Welcome everybody to Let's Talk About It. Our podcast is a platform for real talk, real people, real topics, real conversations. People who watch me right now on YouTube, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, share, give a comment. I love those. The interaction is the best in the world. People listen to us on audio, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and now on Audible. Please like, subscribe, give a download, hit that notification button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna love this episode today. You're gonna love this today too. I got another guest from Philly, so I'm very, very happy about that. Let me tell you about this gentleman right here. He is an award-winning filmmaker, motivational speaker. He has directed, produced, and composed music for many films, including, get this, 43 Global Film Festival awards for his critically acclaimed movie Sugar, which we're going to break that down later on. He also has other movies that's on TUBI right now, currently streaming on TUBI, Amazon Prime, and YouTube. His movie Heartless and Change the Beat. From Philly, born and raised, my man Jermaine Quick. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm honored first to be on the show. I'm appreciating you and I'm valuing your time, man. Because you don't understand, like you get on these shows, man. You know, you don't have to be doing this, but this is something you do from your heart, right?
I'm
But you at
saying.
least want to have a quality interview. So I'm gonna let you know right from the gate, energy wise, I value your time. I appreciate you for this opportunity.
I appreciate you, Jay. I appreciate you. Appreciate it. First and foremost, how's your Sunday going, man?
Oh man, I just came from filming. We had a scene with I have a new film that's coming out. It's called The New Nana, and it's about a traditional grandmother, great grandmother, trying to teach values into a new age mother, and she has a daughter who's being abused by a drug dealer and a son who's up for a murder he didn't commit. And so, you know, it's very deep, controversial. Uh, I got twists and turns in it, and you know, we just having fun with it. So this morning I shot two scenes. I get up real early. You know, I start my day early. You know, if you want to win, that's the only way you're gonna be able to do it. You gotta get up.
I love that, brother. I do love that. First and foremost, right, you was recommended by a friend of ours named Donnie D. My name is Donnie
My
D.
man.
Yeah, I mean, he has referred so many guests. Donnie's the shout out for you, my man. No Philly born and raised. I
Yes.
love that, brother. Man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you about Donnie. Donnie just came on my. He was on other episodes with me before with his wife T. We just shot coming out when this drops. The episode will be out. It's my first episode of Brothers Talk. Brothers Talk is a podcast for all brothers, for
Right.
all diversities, cultures. We talk about men's issues and because a lot of men don't talk about it. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
so like I'm every now and then, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, I'm gonna bring a different brother on. We're gonna talk about men's issues, but Diane's one of my first ones, and I appreciate him. Jay, we gonna have a good conversation today. First and foremost, my man, right? I want to start off with this. Um, your early years. You wrote, or but matter of fact, you have you started a memoir, right? Part one of a memoir called Driven.
Yeah.
Okay. You told a story about your early childhood years, being in a group home. Let's start off with that. Tell me about your early years, and especially what made you tell that story.
Um, one, it's real, it's relevant. And the more people that I mentor over the years, I come to find out that they're telling me their story, and their stories are my story. And so when you can see your story on someone else who has become somewhat successful in his career and what he's doing, you kind of know that you can do even more, or at least where you are, you don't have to stay. And so I feel as though that the deeper the story, the stronger the root for me, and so that therefore it makes people connect more, just because it's a little bit more personal. You know, um, if I had a dollar for every model that I shot, and they told me about their life. And if I told you that every last one of them said the same thing, but they don't know each other, they from different walks of life, different worlds, and you would see how much that we all relate to so many different stories, but we don't know how to connect with each other because we don't communicate. And so I feel as though that when I write a book or I do a film and I bring out these issues and stories, it provokes conversations that maybe start the healing process. You know what I'm saying? So you don't, I work as a forensic security employee for the hospital. So I work at a mental institute, and every Tuesday, every 2 weeks, I have a class with the patient. You know, I do it on my own. I've been doing it for the last 7 years, and I just got awarded from this city. I got an award from the state for my classes, because my classes are very educational. They're very uplifting, but the stories that they tell me are the same. So so as a filmmaker, you know, I'm picking up on all this juice, right? But I'm
Yeah.
seeing the reality of it, that a lot of us have some of the same conditions, but don't even know we have them, or don't even know that we're just dealing with them, and we kind of like we brush them off and put them in a closet, whatever the case may be, right? Until that one day you snap, and then everybody looking at you like you crazy. You know what I'm saying to you, like, but it was something that built up. You feel me? And that's the lack of communication. You know what I'm saying to you, when you don't have anybody to communicate with or whatever. These are the type of people I see. So when I'm telling these stories, like with the movie Heartless, when you really watch Heartless, you'll see how I took each character and gave them a psychosis, and each psychosis plays out in the end, right? And so, but you know, you got to watch it. I want you to go check that out. But telling these stories, just like I told the story Driven, my personal story is all in the relationship of knowing that when you tell these stories, it resonates. So just like my movies resonate, that book Driven, once you read it and it's telling my story, and I'm telling you from the depth of what I came from, instead of just giving you some fluff, it kind of gives you the sense of, well, I can make it if he did it.
Wow, brother. Let me ask you something, right? When you did that, and this is part one of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you decided, like, now you personally wrote this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you decide to write this, like, was it very difficult for you to write this? I mean, because you wrote it like you was in group homes and stuff like that, and I get you gave a great explanation. But what was like that pivotal moment? I'm going to write this down. Like, what was that day? Tell me about that day. You like, I'm going to write this down and do this book to help out other people and explain my journey and all that. Because a lot of people have that pivotal moment. Well, what was that pivotal day?
It wasn't recent. I'll tell you right now, I've been wanting to write. AI helped me get my book out there fast.
Okay.
But I've been wanting to write my book for years. Like I tried to do it on my cell phone, to where I went to each spot that I lived at, group home, foster home, and tried to film, and I tried to put it together and made a little documentary out of it. And some people saw it, some people didn't, you know, but I started just realizing, like, let's just put it in a book, and maybe history of play itself out. Whereas as I grow and I become a dominant filmmaker in the industry, then somebody will go back and read that and be like, oh God, I didn't know. And now they have a sense of urgency to read it even more and become more affected by it. And I just think that that's how these stories run for me. Like, I don't know, just telling your story in a gripping form, to me, is more effectual than telling your story fluffily, if that makes any sense. You know,
Oh, absolutely, man. Listen, I'm telling my story now on my podcast, and I relive it. So when you was telling your story, did you relive that emotionally?
No,
No,
because I've been living it. So let me go here. Let's go here. As an independent entrepreneur, everything, I had to learn how to suppress uh, uh, anything that would take me off my square.
I like
And so how I had to do it is recognize that that was yesterday, and today a new day, and I've lived through it. So now I can give you the wisdom of it. I don't have to relive it again and get emotionally charged by it. So that's where the suppression comes in at. It's like, all right, I did that already. You know what I'm saying? Look where I'm at right now. I got a roof over my head. You know what I'm saying to you? I got a good job. People are looking at my films all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So I can see the joy in life. You know what I mean? I don't see that. I didn't see that. Even at that point, I already knew where I was going. I was speaking my future. So
Love it.
I was learning how to just not digress, but
Wow.
progress. You know what I'm saying to you? So that's
Wow.
where that suppression came in at. And some people might consider that, like you're hiding or, but no, because I'm telling you about it every day. I'm telling you, like, hey, I had no shame in my game. Yeah, I was in a group home. You know what I'm saying? I had no shame in my game. My mom was, sexually, and that's how I got here. You know what I'm saying to you? I don't have to hide that from anybody. You know why? Because in life, a lot of people going through that. And when you suppress that, what happens is you can't grow beyond that because that's all you're thinking about is yesterday. What happened to you? What happened to you? And I'm telling you, what happened to me is not who I am. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm on a whole nother level with this, and so it gives me a temperament to not fly off the handle. Even at my job, I understand that. You got mental patients that can hit you at a drop of a dime, and you still gotta be humble pie. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I learned communication is the best key. When I come on the board, they all respect me. So it's like, oh, you know what I mean? I don't even have to worry about that. It's a different character when you come in the door. Like it's just a man. When a man comes to the door, he brings a certain energy, and they respect that. And so therefore, I don't have to worry about that. So I've learned when you communicate with people, sometimes people can take you there, but you can't go there. No matter how hard, no matter how much you want to, you can't. And so this is what I try to teach also in these films when I'm writing them and stuff like that. Like it's a time to defend yourself, and it's a time to reserve yourself and keep life moving. You know what I'm saying? So,
Bro, you just taught me a lot right there. Seriously, I got something out of it because I get information out of every podcast, and I love what you just said because I'm telling my story now, and I'm going to take everything you said seriously and go with that in my own personal life. Like you just touched me. So every time somebody sees this, I hope what you just said touched them as well because you just said some serious facts.
Yeah.
Seriously, I know. I really want you to take that in. But what you did just affected me right there.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, no,
seriously.
I don't. I let God use me, and I'll say this. I'll say that at 53, there's a different energy that I have that I didn't have when I was 43, 33, and 23.
Yeah.
There's a distinct awareness of humbleness that I couldn't have nothing and I could be without. But there's a giant God-like figure inside that recognizes who I am and what the power that I possess.
Wow.
And so at any given time, I can give or take. Yeah. But I also understand that the best gift you can give somebody is your love. So however I do it through films, music, through our conversation, I feel as though at this age, it should be convivial at all times. If it's not even on that level, then there's no even need to do it. You know what I'm saying to you? And that's the purpose of growth. You got to be around people that's willing to grow on that level. If you ain't even on that level, you're not ready. You're not ready to grow up. You're not ready to be,
I love what you're saying, brother. I love what you're saying, because right now, before we get into your films and your journey on that one, I want you to, basically spit some more knowledge here. Your inspirational speeches, your inspirational motivational speeches, right? Something that like drew out to me. You said optimism is not just seeing the glass half full. It's about believing in your ability to fill it up evenly. Talk to me about that. What did you mean by that in your own personal journey?
I was trying to figure out how I was going to do my rap career. I wanted to be the greatest rapper in the world. In my neighborhood, I was the first independent hip hop artist to put out their own album on their own money. Like I didn't have any friends or, I had my income tax money, and I had a friend who told me where I can go buy the product. And I used my money to buy the product. And I came out with my own record in '93. And I was in the hood. You can ask if you meet up with this guy named Supreme the Regulator, he will definitely tell you.
Yeah, he's coming on.
Yeah. If you read up with him, he will tell you that I was the first person in the hood with big posters, EQ Philly, rapping and doing that. And that was '93. I was wearing I was rocked out with the big chains and everything like that. before anybody else was doing that. Like what they doing now, I was already doing that in the early 90s, like literally. It was
Wow.
crazy. Like I was just, I don't know. I just feel as though what God was giving me at that time was a sense of character while I was going through a storm.
Yeah.
And so I learned how to manage those things by adjusting to hip hop. And hip hop became my form. And I was rapping for so long. I was opening up shows. I used to be the night manager at Dance's nightclub with Bobby Dance. And I used to work the snack bar. I
Okay.
remember my first encounter with Foxy Brown.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that name in a minute.
Yeah, I remember my first encounter, bro. I was at the snack bar that night, and she came in with Jay, and I performed that night. Came in with Jay, and she asked me for a soda, and I gave her a soda, and I just looked at it. It was just like eye contact. I didn't know what to say, but then I was a young boy. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was still coming out the group homes, you know, shit. I ain't had game like that at that time. Like, so I'm just looking at her like, Foxy Brown, all in my face.
Yeah.
So, you know, but before, you know, after they performed or whatever, I was allowed to perform like in the show, but I ran into Jay that night, and he had this Hawaiian shirt. I remember it like it was yesterday. He had this Hawaiian shirt on, and he had saw me perform. So this was like after the performance. He had saw me perform. He was like, yo, I like what you're doing. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. I'm thinking like, oh, okay, cool, right? You know what I'm saying? That was the first encounter with Jay. After that encounter, you know, because I ran a DVD magazine and I was filming a lot of stars, I could never get close to Jay ever again. Like that was like the first and the last time you could ever get close. He became like Mr. Untouchable. But when he was at Dangerous nightclub, everybody, he was touchable. I remember opening up for Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying to you? The MOP came down there, and they the coolest to me. And I still think, and to this day, some of the dopest artists that I ever met.
Yeah.
Because they from the streets, but if you get to know them, they like real cool, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but I met so many artists like on the low, like, but that's another story. But anyway,
All right.
the journey made me more humble in the sense I'm already out there. I'm already touching people that other people can't even touch. But then understanding and recognizing that I come from humble beginnings, it's like, where else can you take me, God? Like, where else? You know what I'm saying? Too.
Yeah.
So I've always went with the flow of the spirit. And
Yes.
wherever my spirit takes me, I kind of follow through on that. And sometimes I get it twisted between reasons and seasons. Like some people come in your life for reasons, and some people come in your life for seasons.
Facts.
And sometimes I get that twisted because some people, like when you meet people, they're not supposed to take the whole ride with you.
Yeah.
If that make any sense, right? Because it's your journey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so since they're not supposed to take the ride with you, sometimes you be holding on to people and they stunting your group.
Yeah. Trust me, I made a lot of those.
Right. And so that made me more stronger and independent, and it kept me focused on the goal. So I had no time to reminisce on what I went through, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah. I got you.
The pain subsided at that point because now I got a new mission. My new mission is how far can I go in this hip hop career? How far can I go in this film career? How far do you want me to go? Because if you don't want me to go, you're gonna always cut it. You're gonna cut it short. Like when you talk about finances, I was using my own finances since the first day I ever started. Like I told you in '93 when I put out my own album. Up until you talk about every film I put out, man, I never asked nobody for no bread. I did it on my own. I worked overtime, whatever I needed to do, and I hustle and I grind. And I have big premieres, bro. Like my premieres be big, bro. Like it don't be on those small time stuff. Like I've had to block stuff off and get security and all that type of stuff because the energy be so low. Like it just really be like that, right? And then the films, you know, I'm doing it on my budget, you know what I'm saying to you, but they got such a message. People ain't like, oh, he could have used the red camera, or oh, he could have used the you know what I'm saying? They not on that.
Yeah.
Yo, who he put in the film? Yo, who he doing such and such? And they looking at the love of the people that's in the film. They looking at the love of the message in the film and the fact that the positive energy that's behind it. And so this is the kind of following that I have. I have people that really believe in my work, and that's how, we go out and do that.
Bruh. Damn. Donnie, I appreciate you, brother, for hooking us up, baby. I'm learning stuff every day.
Right.
I'm gonna go back to the beginning of this, right? When I did your intro. What was that? You are a very, very popular and award-winning film director, but you wrote something that was in your bio that intrigued me. Self-taught. Break that down to me, like, because I don't know how many directors are self-taught. How did you self-taught yourself, teach yourself how to direct, and when did you first start to direct? And what was the idea that you wanted to direct? And how hard is it to self-taught yourself to direct?
I think it comes natural with the growth and the gift of what you want to do. So if you say you want to be the best rapper, how do you become that? Right? So the first step you would be doing is looking at who's the best rapper. Right?
Yeah.
And so once you look at who's the best rapper, how did he become the best rapper? What made him better than everybody else? Right? So that's a mission now. Now you're on this mission mentally because now you're working. It's called cause and effect. If you want to be something, you got to be better than the person that's already the best.
100%.
So therefore, it challenges you to find out why he became the best and why you're better than that. And so I think in life, understanding that when you have a goal in mind, when you want to do something, if you don't take the necessary steps to do it, you can't achieve it. If that makes any sense. Like sometimes we sell ourselves short. Like somebody come up to me and be like, "Yo, I want you to help me with my book, or I want you to help me with my film." Yeah. What would you like for me to do? I want you to do it.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean,
now it's not your film anymore. It's my film.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing it.
Doubt.
You feel what I'm saying to you?
Got you.
But if you do it and you say, I just need you to record, I'm going to pay you such and such. But if you're saying, I need you to record, put your ideas in it, and you're feeling the whole nine, you want me to be the director, right? You want me to be the cinematographer, right? And you want me to be the editor because I still got to put it together, right? So those are 3 jobs already you're asking me to be for your film, right? It ain't your film anymore, it's mine because you're telling me to come up with the idea. You just wrote a script. You know how many strips it is in the world? There's millions of strips in the world.
But, I can imagine.
Yeah, right. But there's only one director that can make it come to life.
Wow, brother, man. Yeah, you know what? Is it hard to learn that? Because like you said, you got directing, you got to write the script. Like you're producing, of course, with your own money. The whole cinematography. Like, walk me through like the first experience. It's like, okay, I'm going to do my first film. What was that? And walk me through how you did that.
Let me first say I apologize because you did ask me that question before, and I went on a tangent. It was not hard at all. I think the experience was understanding. I went to school first. I went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia for music and video production. Once you understand the concept of editing, I come from the time where we splice tape and put tape together, and if you didn't do it right, you messed up the whole song, you gotta go record it again. I come from that era. Now digitally, everything is, if I mess up, I can just undo. You know what I'm saying? So I come from the heart and the bones of it. So I have a lot more knowledge in the game when it comes to it. So because of the training that I had, as well as the eagerness and the willingness to learn more, because I was in the studio with during the time Scott Storch and the Roots were recording the Static album, and I had an internship through Mike Tarzia and Joe Tarzia, Sigma Sound Studios. And so during that time, I was learning because Simon Rosen was my lawyer at the time, and he had a record company called Simon Says Records.
I remember that. Yeah.
Well, I was his first rap artist, and the artist that was with him at the time was her name was Baby Heather Henderson, and Sean Phillips managed us both. Sean Phillips was from Philadelphia, and so anyway, through that journey, being with Simon Says Records, I was able to learn a lot, and I was able to network that deal to get that a consignment deal. Being there, so then I learned from Scott Storch how to, create melody, because he was really good on the keys, man. Like Scott Storch is the bomb when it comes to that. And I just learned from him, and then I did a 3-song demo with him, trying to get a record deal at the time. It didn't pan out to go anywhere. I still got the songs downstairs. It's funny. But it didn't pan out to go anywhere. But it led me to go to New York, and I met Chuck Chillout, DJ Red Alert. This is all like in the early 90s. They heard my tracks, and they was like, you need some more, tougher tracks or whatever. I actually, at the time, Busta Rhymes had a lawyer that was in New York, and I had met him in his office. And he heard one of my songs called Janie Got a Gun. That was like one of my songs. It was about my mom. She had passed away when I was 19. And it was like, nobody wants to hear a sad song about your mom. And then I was like, well, Brenda's Got a Baby is the same type of song. And it blew his mind that I even knew that, right, at that age, right? And he was like, you know what, you're right. Come back to me and talk to me later. I think he was mad at me because I actually said something. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, or whatever. But I've noticed that in the game. Like, when you know too much and people can't use you, you can't get into certain rooms or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you like uneducated or like they can get over on you. Oh yeah, you could be in any room, man. You know what I'm saying to you. So that's why, I've been happy at the road that I've taken, because my soul is clean on that sense. Like, I mean, I'm not perfect. Everybody's a sinner in some sort of way or whatever. But I'm talking about, I did it from the muscle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? I didn't have to beg, borrow, please. And if the machine decides to open the door for me and I go through the door, fine, cool. If it never happens, cool. I still have been successful on so many different levels. My awards prove it all. You know what I'm saying to you? And here's another humble piece for you that you're going to learn, my brother. For everybody that's listening. I don't care about none of this stuff no more. I used to. I cared about an Oscar. I used to. I really did.
Yeah.
But what happened to me was, one day my uncle passed away. And I remember things leaving his home. Yeah. But I also remember his awards that he gave, because he did some things in life and he had awards. Yeah. Everything else left. Wow. The awards went into the trash. Wow. And it woke me up to the realization that when you're in this world and you're working towards life and you're doing your thing, you know what I'm saying to you? It means a lot to you. Only to you. Yes. They want to benefit from it. They don't want to inspire to become it. And so I know for a fact that all of this I have behind me and so much more in front of me, award-wise, means nothing to nobody else but me. I get it. I understand it now. Yeah. And that's what makes me more humble at this age, and realizing in life that none of this stuff means nothing unless you allow it to mean something. I feel you. You know what I'm saying to you? Now, you can go on this journey, and some people don't even look at that as a sad thing. Look at it as a learning thing, right? Look at it as one of those things that's like, what else can I do today? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a challenge to be a better you. Yes. And so that's what wakes you up in the morning, that challenge. Oh, yeah. You know it or not. Because once you give up on life, life is going to give up on you. It's almost like a beckoning call. You call it into existence. That's why you have to be careful of how you speak. Right? So that's why I do films and music that promote positive posture. Because I know that once I start speaking that negative posture, I'm inviting things into my life that's going to cause the negative action. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Jay, I'm going to cut you off. I got one quick question. What you said in between that? You said your awards don't mean anything to you no more, and I get that. But I'm kind of curious. When it did, when you got your first one, how did you feel?
Oh man, it was you know how exciting it was? It was exciting to the point of I made it. It was like I arrived because at the end of the day, I didn't think nobody liked my films, right? But at the end of the day, once I got the first one in Philadelphia, I was the first urban independent filmmaker to have his film played in the African American Museum during that period. That was in 2011, and I still have the booklet from it. And now they don't even play They don't even play films at the museum anymore. But
One downtown, right? The one it's right across the street from what was it, Constitution Park?
Yeah, and across street from the Federal Building.
Gotcha. All right, gotcha. All right.
Right. I used to work down there actually, but that's a whole other story.
All right.
All right. So, and that's where me and Donnie know each other. If you know, from the Federal Building. All right. So, but that's my man.
Hey, that's my man too, man. That's my boy too.
All right. So here we go. That accomplishment made me feel like I'm on top of the world. I knew I can do anything at that point.
Yeah.
Right. And I just wanted to continue to be ahead of my game. I continued to study. I continued to just learn the game. And the more and more I knew, the more and more I became an independent for real. Like I knew about paperwork. I knew about how to get your film out there. I knew how to get my third film was in every FYE, every Best Buy, every Target in the world, thanks to my man Rob Schwartz of Who Mag Magazine. And I tell you, the list goes on of the things and accomplishments, but the bottom line is the one thing that really meant the most to me was the connections with the people.
Yeah.
You'll never get that back. I got interviews with Joe Frazier, bro. I'll never get that time space back. I got it right before he passed away. And his son, the same day. Marvelous Frazier and Joe Frazier, you can go look it up on YouTube right now. Interview from the car show right before he passed away. And you'll never get that back. That time I spent with him, and he was telling me about cars and how to treat the women. Treat them like them cars. You know what I'm saying to you? Keep them up. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, you'll never get that time back. You know what I'm saying? The money and the awards and all that, that's cute. The time you spend with people. I got an interview with Craig Mack before he passed away. You know what I'm saying to you? And he was starting his own record company. And Mac World Records. And he came down to the Clef Club, and I did the interview with him in Philly. And you'll never get that back. You feel what I'm saying to you? I remember I had a private interview at down 7th and Philbert with Nia when he first blew up. Got that interview. He did a birthday party for somebody, and he sung "Happy Birthday" in my camera. I got that footage too. Wow. You know what I'm saying to you? Listen, I got things that are so exclusive, and I'll be like, bro, what you mad about? Are you gonna keep bringing your past up? Yeah, using Groupon. What that mean? That don't mean just touch, and nobody else ain't touching. I got the interview with Remy Ma. Thanks to Shelly Shell from Urban Expressions. Me and her have been working for years. I helped with the show a lot back then, filming and stuff like that. And me and her interviewed Remy Ma at the airport. The young Remy Ma, 18 years old before she got locked down. You know what I'm saying to you? Interview was crazy, sweet. You'll never get that back. Right? So I look at that and I say, I'm a part of history in such a big way, especially history of Philadelphia in such a big way that why would I be worrying about my past? I think that's where the suppression comes at. So it's easy to tell you again, time and time again, I'm a product of the group home, good brother. And, and I don't mind telling you that, I come from humble beginnings. My mom was an alcoholic and I suffered child abuse. I can tell you that. Now, am I going to get emotional about it? No. I've been through it already. You know what I'm saying to you? My job is to now tell you what I've been through and show you how to heal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying to you?
Okay.
And so I don't need to cry about it anymore, if that makes any sense. Because I've been through it. In the beginning, it was painful as far as the first year. Painful to lose your mom at 19 and not know if you're ever going to see, what else about life. And you wanted to make it in your own life so that you can give her a better life. And now you can't even do that. And then everybody, your football players, basketball players getting on TV saying, "Hi, mom, I bought you a new house. I can't buy my mom a house. I can't, I could never do that, you know. And so yeah, and at that point, yeah, it was like hurtful. But I started to realize this journey is a new journey because I never had a father.
Neither.
I had father figures. I never had a father, and so now I got a son. And so now it's time for me to be the godlike man that I'm supposed to be in order to show him a better way. Now I messed up sometimes during the road because I didn't know. However, me and him, he's in a lot of my videos. He's in my movies. We have a strong connection. So I think I did well, the best I could as a father, not knowing, you know what I'm saying to you, but I broke the cycle. The cycle was I didn't have a father and he does. And he is a father to his children. So that cycle was broken, and I thank God for that. But thank God for the entertainment because we connect through hip hop. Obviously, you know, my son, he rap, he loves to rap. But if I didn't know how to rap and produce music and different things like that, maybe I would have lost the connection with him. You see what I'm saying to you? So it all intertwines and it all works out. So do I got time to think about the past? No, you don't really have time to think about the past when life is giving you so much fruit and value. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love it.
And you got to keep growing with that. You know what I'm saying to you? Now the little grandkids sitting there watching your movies and they're like, Papa, I see you all day. And you like, you know what I'm saying to you? And they watching your old stuff because you got to remember the young kids today, they can flip through the YouTube and they can say, you like, I'm glad I ain't say nothing that was out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying to you? But I've learned, bro, I had to learn that at the end of the day, none of this stuff means nothing. The time you spend with people like this, look, this right here, this personal conversation, I don't have it much often, you know what I'm saying to you, with a lot of people because everybody got their own world and their own life. And I get it, you know, it's love. But this time means a lot. That's why I told you I value your time in this conversation, and I'm hoping that
I value your time, Jay. But yeah, I may cut you off, right? But yeah, I mean, I told a person that you was coming on. He looked you up. He wants to get into it. I actually want to get into it too about doing a short film in the future. So I'm gonna ask you like questions from him because he really wants to do it. If you don't mind answering these questions. From a young guy, he really wants to get into this. I told him about he looked you up. He's like, yo, that's my man. He doing his thing. His first question is like, how important is film angles in a film? How important is camera angles in a film?
I think it's important, but it just all depends on the film, and all depends on your taste. Film angles in a film is important because it gives you the perspective, a different perspective. Like for instance, I know the basics of filming, so I can tell you right now that if you point a camera up, it makes the person that's looking in the camera look more dominant because he's looking down on you. Yeah. And if you point a camera down on a person, it gives the person a smaller perspective because now they're looking up. So that type of angling is important to know and understand of how dominant you want the character to be in the film, you know, and precision wise. When you're talking about cutting from a different angle, so like for instance, excuse me, I'm at my desk, but if I'm shooting like this and I want a close up shot, I'll pull it up a little bit closer and I'm looking at the person. These close up shots, those type of angles gives more personality because now you see the person up close. She's giving you expression and you can see if they cry or not. That's very important. Or if you just want to do a long distance shot to show the ambiance of the city, that's important if you're trying to show off the area. So learning the basics of filming is and angles is important. And those type of angles allow you to bring character to your film. And some people don't have to know the dialogue that I just gave you, but just by them looking at it, they know how to respond to it. For instance, if I'm up close in the camera, that means pay attention to what I'm saying. So therefore you respond to that. If I'm way back here, it's like I'm chilling and I got you paying attention to something else. You feel what I'm saying to you? So understanding that angles are important in the sense of what is bringing character to that scene and why you did it. That's why it's important.
All right. Oh yeah. By the way, it's my man Teddy because he gonna start. He wants to get into it. He got another one for you. Is it easy or difficult to be able to tell a story and create I'm sorry. Is it easy or difficult to be able to tell a story or and have creative vision in a film? But I'm thinking he's probably meaning you probably gonna say like it depends on what type of film you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but basically that's the question you gave me. So I'm trying to spin this question. It is how hard is it to like that to be creative and telling a story in the film? Like, is it like how much creativity you gotta have? Give me something like that because I'm trying to make sense of this question.
What type of film is it? Is it comedy? Is it drama? Is it suspense? Is it a thriller? Is it a cartoon? What do you want the people to feel in that moment that you bring the creativity? Do you want them to laugh? Do you want them to cry?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want them to smile?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want them to feel in shock? All of those expressions is what gives character and depth to your film. So you have to be on that type of level in order to understand how to shoot your best film.
All right. Daddy, I'm gonna ask one more question for you. He wants to know: are there any challenges you faced during any productions?
Mm-hmm. Call outs, last minute, reassigning cast members.
Whoa.
What else you go through? People trying to sue you. You go through lack of energy from people.
Really?
Yeah. People are thrilled at the excitement of being in a film.
Mm.
After that thrill is gone, you are left with the film. So that means nobody's promoting it now but you.
That must be tough. That must be tough. That gotta be tough. I got a question for you. How do you handle feedback from fans and critics?
I don't handle it.
Okay.
What is it that you go? Everybody got an opinion, bro. Listen, it's 8 billion people in the world. I won 43 global awards.
Yes, you did.
Still got 8 billion people to reach. Of course, somebody ain't gonna like what you did.
Oh, no
Of
doubt.
course, ain't nobody going. Everybody's not gonna be on your page. You can't worry about that. You got to worry about the energy that is coming for you to help you grow.
Okay. All right.
If you're worrying about everybody, the haters, you'll never. I'll keep on hating because you're gonna keep talking about it, and then some other people gonna go watch it, and they gonna be like, I don't know what they talking about. I like him. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got time to worry about haters. Look, listen. They hated on Fred Astaire. They hated on what's my man name? Harry Belafonte. Come on. You
You
can
name it,
do
bro.
listen. They hated on Spike Lee when he first came out.
Oh,
You
come
know
on,
what I'm saying?
man. Listen, man. They still hate on that brother. Even from shipping back in the day, they still hate on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they still hate him. But you know what? To me, he's still one of the greatest filmmakers out there. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
absolutely.
Come on.
Vision is like ridiculous. You know,
Come on.
I think the problem was he was very honest and truthful about what he
Yep.
saw, and a lot of people a lot of people don't like that. They don't like a lot of honesty. This and that. But since I'm talking about that, your movies. No, you got Sugar, you got Heartless, you got Change the Beat. That's streaming right now on Tubi. Now I know you got many films out there, but those three are streaming right now on Tubi. Can you give like a little definition for the audience about each one of them so they can check them out?
Change the beat. The drama of all of this is the irony. Change the Beat has been out since 2014, before COVID.
Damn.
It was in every FYE and every Best Buy across the country on DVD. Then streaming started to come into play, and they created a streaming version of it to be streamed on YouTube. As time went on, COVID came in and kicked in.
Yeah, it kicked in on it.
Tubi, yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that right now. Tubi became the number one urban place to go to get your film on there, but they already had a selection of urban films, and Change the Beat was one of them.
Got it.
You feel me?
Got it.
And so therefore, it's been on Tubi before Tubi was Tubi. And it's just funny how people look at Tubi now, because they say, oh, Tubi must be the cheap platform with all the black people on it.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Tubi, a lot of black people wouldn't be on it, because wasn't no other people opening the doors for us to get on there and showcase our material.
Really?
Prime went on and they tried to do the We Free or whatever that the free one, but nobody was going to that station.
Yeah.
Everybody came to Tubi.
Gotcha.
Right? And then so since that happened, Tubi became the black network. And everybody else still shunned all the urban filmmakers. And if you didn't have a budget over a certain amount of money, they didn't even look your way.
Wow.
So for people to talk about Tubi like it's the bad place to be, you're misinformed. You wouldn't see a lot of these stories if it wasn't for Tubi. And I'm going to tell you what Hollywood has been doing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have been putting our story out there in such a massive way, the AI now is able to record these stories, revamp them, and give them back to us in a new form. Because that's how fast AI interprets our information.
Yeah.
And so therefore, at the end of the day, you should be thankful that we have a Tubi so we can tell our story, because that's what Bill Cosby fought for. He fought for a station so we can tell our story.
Okay.
And there's so many other people that have done the same thing. But here it is. We get to tell our story. Now, some of us ain't telling a great story. So I get it when you say Tubi is the wasteland and this, that, and third, because there's so many bad stories. But there are so many good stories up there, too.
Mm-hmm. It's a good story to you. I'm sorry. What makes a good story and a bad story?
A story that brings value to the audience. Vince has brought so much value to the audience because of the father figure. Things like that brings value. When I say anything that takes a crime story and not dwell on the crime story, but takes a crime story and say the reason why and what brought that person to that point in life and how they can make a change, that brings value.
Yeah.
If you're just doing it, if every movie is about just being entertained, quote unquote, now you're wasting time. And time is the most valuable thing that we have. So I would rather watch a film that inspires me or makes me think a little bit more how I'm dealing with life compared to a film that just entertained me for an hour and a half.
All right. So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When you first saw your film on any main screen out there, any mainstream, any mainstream, Tubi or whatever, what was that feeling like for you? Like walk me through that, because that must have been like, damn, I put a stamp on this. I put the time in, I put the production in, I composed the music, I did all this, and I'm seeing my work on that screen. Like, tell me how was that for you?
I was 15 years old.
Really?
I lived in Penrose in Southwest Philadelphia. I had a friend. His name was DJ Melody. His name was Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And we rapped. We was a duo. And I beatbox and he rapped. And Lady B had a show on the radio called the Street Beat Show.
Mm-hmm.
And we called up on the radio because that's what you would do back in the day. And we raided in our room. I was in my house and we were in the basement. And we waited and we called and we got through. And we're live on the radio. Wow. And Lady B said, What's your name? Tell them where y'all from. I said, my name Baby Ice, and that's DJ Melody, and we from Southwest. We from Southwest Philly, and we got a song, and I go in, and I start beatboxing, and I'm just blowing it away, right? And we live on the radio. When we finally finished the interview, and I hung up, we jumped around the house like bunny rats. We was live on the radio, bro. You'll never, at 15, I became the man in school, bro. Yo, you beat the show. It was the most exciting feeling you could ever have. Fast forward to film. The same energy of watching your film on TV where it was unfathomable. First of all, I didn't even think I could make a film and get it on TV.
Wow.
I didn't need a bunch of people to jump around the room. I was jumping around the room for myself. You understand? I come from humble beginnings. I got films on TV and people watching me across the world. Are you crazy? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yo, I come from the group home, bro. You know what I'm saying? We break dancing on cardboard boxes in front of the group home, and when the bell rang, we had to go back inside. What? Yo, you crazy? I got films on TV.
Wow. I love it.
When we was in the group home, and we had shell top Adidas because we had allowance on the weekend. You buy your shell tops, and then you had to go you had to sneak and buy the New York shoestrings because they didn't want you to wear them to go to school. So when we went to school in the morning, we would wear our regular shoestrings, and we get halfway down the block, we took out our shoestrings and put in the New Yorker shoestring to go back to school to look fly. And then right before we get home, we would take out the New Yorker shoestrings and put the regular shoestrings in to go in the house. What?
Well, I haven't heard New Yorkers in such a long time, man. The big fat shoestrings. I forgot all about that joint, man. I got you. I feel you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? No, but I was saying I come from an era where it was a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? And I just wanted to be the best I could possibly be. So I tried everything from breakdancing to beatboxing to rapping.
Yeah.
And then all of it was really just an encore to bring me to films. Because I use all the things I learned and put them in film. I write, direct, shoot, and I do my own sound score for all my films. And it's easy to me where people got teams of people. They got engineer here, producer here, director here. They got teams of people and they can't do what I do.
Wow.
Because what is meant for you is meant for you. What God has for you is for you. And you got to understand what energy you bring to the table is what God has for you. So at the end of the day, what's easy to me, editing, may be the hardest thing for you, but it's meant for me. It's not meant for you.
Gotcha.
And if you go with what's meant for you, you will always succeed. And I just learned in life that when you follow that energy, when you really take time to understand that energy, like you can start a project, man, and nothing will ever stop you. You know what I mean? When you take time to understand that. And what God has for you, he just said, keep going. Yeah, there's some roadblocks there. That because he needs you to think it through. The roadblocks are only there to keep you to thinking it through. And then once you keep going, the blessing is at the end. Like I tell you, so I won this. My first award came from Indonesia. That was my first award.
Wow.
So I said, wait, I got the trophy. I would get up and get it, but no. But anyway, I said, there's domestic violence in Indonesia.
Wow.
Okay. And then a month later, another one came in from Czechoslovakia. I was like, we won in Czechoslovakia. I didn't know they understood me in Czechoslovakia. Okay. All right, cool. Right. So then another one came in from Turkey, then Bali, then Dubai, then Russia,
Wow.
then China, and then Maui, Ghana, I won the Women's Empowerment Award in Toronto, Rome, France, London. They all started popping in, bing, bing, bing. And I was like, wait, what? Wait. So domestic violence is everywhere. Big subject to talk about. So when we got the news clip from Deanna Durante, Channel 10 News, it just kind of like made more sense. Like, I'm touching on something that we should talk about because our women are important. And that's why I do films that resonate with women as well as our men, because I want our men to see that our women, if you don't, as a man, if you don't see a female as value,
Yeah.
that's why you'll never have a great wife.
Oh, say it again, brother. Say it again.
If you don't see a female as value, you'll never have a great wife. And she'll always grow up with that mentality of, I don't need a nigga, because that's how you're acting towards her when you don't see her as value.
100%.
So at the end of the day, I get it and I understand it. So, they're the portals to our future. And when they have the children, if you don't speak love into her, your children going to come out unsafe, if that makes any sense. They may have disease, disorders, or whatever the case may be, because you're not speaking life into that woman. So if you don't treat women with value, then you don't want a good wife. And that's just, common sense. So every film has to deal with some order of telling their issue, because their issue is important to our struggle and our growth. We as men, we want strong women. But we want them to respect us and value us. But if you don't respect them, they're not going to respect you. So at the end of the day, there's a give and take with that. Now, you're not going to keep getting disrespected by anybody, women or men. You know what I'm saying to you? There's a limit to that. But the respect comes in understanding that she still is a queen, and your hand should not be on her. You're gonna have disagreements and arguments. That's a part of life. But keep your hands to yourself.
100%.
Both parties, not just men.
Yes.
Keep your hands to yourself, and you'll have a better understanding, because the conversation is supposed to be convivial. That means it's supposed to be uplifting and empowering. And if we ain't talking about something that's uplifting us, what are we talking about?
Jermaine, you said everything well, brother. I'm gonna wind this down, but I got one last question for you, and then after that, I'm gonna get into my little game with you, and I'm gonna give you the last word. Your whole amazing career, from group home, hip hop industry, filmmaking, numerous awards, which you say you're good with now. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean anything because of what you do now. Tell me, like, how much does this whole journey mean to you now? Everything you went through, everything you learned, like, what does that mean to you? Because I can tell how passionate you are. You have such creativity. Like, tell me, what does it mean to you? Like, everything you accomplished to now, everything you went through to this point right now in your illustrious film career, and you go and keep on going. What does that mean?
It means everything to me. Like I said, my mom passed when I was 19. My stepfather, who was around a lot in my life, he passed away in 2017. But he never supported anything financially with what I was doing until I made the movie American Bully. And he saw it on the news, and he was like, "Wow, you on your way." And I just smiled. And but he never got a chance to see the movie, and then he passed away. And I say these things to say to you that like, when life is life, to me, the most important thing is the remembrance of the love of people.
Yes.
I think in my career, the people that I've met, that I've filmed with, people that I have taken the time to have interviews with and network with, have meant so much more to me, because when I'm gone, everything else is gone. But while I'm here, I can remember the good times that I had with these people. I cherish moments now more than I ever did before, because a lot of my friends are dropping around me like flies because of age, whatever else,
Yeah.
bad health and everything else that goes with that. But
Yeah.
I'm happy that I'm able to go to the gym. I'm happy that I got the finances to keep up with my health. I'm happy that I'm able to breathe. I'm happy that I can get out there with a camera and film and meet and connect and unify people and bring people to another level in life. I'm happy that I'm able to be that fire underneath people's feet. I'm happy to be able to be that voice for people who can't speak. I'm happy to be able to be a talent in this world. I'm happy to be able to be someone's grandfather, someone's father, someone's friend. I'm happy to be that to this world, because in this world we are missing the love of just being.
Yeah.
We don't know how to be. We don't know how to turn around and say thank you, because no one has to open the door for you. No one has to slide their car over so that you can go forward. No one has to allow you to walk across the street before they ride their car. No one has to do anything, because everybody can be ignorant and belligerent, and we would have a chaotic world. But when people do that, it's okay to say thank you. It's okay to say I appreciate you and I value you. And what happens is you raise the energy level of a community when you start thinking for other people beyond yourself. And so as I'm creating these films and opportunities for people, the one thing I recognize and I love the most about everything that I do is that I continue to have an opportunity to speak these words, because these words have value and they resonate through the frequency that we live in. And if people can realize and recognize that we together can unite and create a better world through our actions and ways, we can uplift and empower our communities so many ways. Hey, yeah, we don't own a lot of businesses anymore, but we can start focusing our finances and making sure that our finances have value to the places we spend our money, things like that. And so at the end of the day, I recognize that we have power, and my films give a voice. My music gives a voice. My mentorship gives a voice. And the fact that I'm able to utilize all of these platforms and do what God had me to do, that's what makes me happy the most. I mean, that's what my drive is when I wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I got all kinds of plans. I got a plan to do a video. I got a plan to do a song. I got a plan to record. I got a plan to film. I got all these plans and just start. And hear me out. I'm not just a planner and don't do. This year alone, I did 3 books. This year alone, they're out right now on Amazon. 3 books. The Sugar has a novel as well as a comic book.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be in the descriptions.
Right. Driven is a book that I put out this year, the first half. Right. And I'm working on a new movie. So when I say I have a plan and I have a new album that's going to be the soundtrack for the movie. So when I say I have a plan, I don't blow smoke, bro. I make it happen and people enjoy it and we make it happen. And I don't sit back and depend on anybody to make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? I know I have to do it. And that's what I enjoy the most, because when y'all finally hear it and see it, you're like, hey, that boy got talent. you know, but for the most part, I'm just thankful about life, man. And I'm able to do it. You know what I mean? Some people ain't here. They can't do this no more. You know,
I love it, bro.
shout out to Angel Stone, man. Angel Stone, Angie Stone was a great singer, and sad to see her go so early. And so many others. I just pray for us as a people, because we really need to unite in such a way that keeps us strong on the music side of things.
Yeah.
On the film side of things, like with the industry right now, and filmmakers, actors, and actresses aren't really getting the money that they need to survive. You know what I'm saying to you? I think that we need to unite and form our own kind of coalition, and try to raise the stakes on that. But I don't want to say anything that's too controversial on your show, but
It's all good, buddy.
yeah, no, I just believe that when we stop asking daddy for a handout, I think that we can become men and women, if that makes any sense.
I love it. I love it. Jay, we gonna wind this down. We gonna have a little fun, baby. We gonna play a little 5-question game for you.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's make it.
All right, we gonna make this happen, man. If you could meet anyone in the world today, who would that be and why?
Today,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Today, yesterday it was somebody new. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was yesterday was somebody new. But today, I now just want to meet Keke Palmer.
Everybody want to meet her.
Right. And the reason why is because she is from a different space and time. If that makes any sense.
Facts.
And
she is.
Her energy is so bubbly. Now, not just bubbly. It is because she could be street too. Don't ever get her twisted in any form or fashion. She is so dynamically universal that I just want to just say thank you, because she's inspiring. I want to film her, but I don't think I ain't got the budget right now for that.
And brother, you never know, brother. You never know.
You never know. You never know. You never know. But at the end of the day, I still want to just meet her and let her know, because I'm quite sure 101 people met her and tell her the same thing. But I think for me, it's just a personal touch. Just letting her know that I see her. You know what I'm saying? Like I see her range. Like she has a range to be so young. She has and it's meant for her. You know what I'm saying to you? What is meant for her is for her. And can I have another? I need another person. I say Keke Palmer, but Miss Ross. I want to speak to Miss Ross. Diana Ross' daughter, because I think that she is out of this world, bro. She is.
Gotcha.
She's dynamic, bro. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna say Khalees too, but because she's definitely a world traveler and she could probably give inspiration on so many other levels. But so many of them. But Keke Palmer, yes. And on the fella side of things, I really want to meet. Obviously, everybody and their mama want to meet Denzel. I don't know if that'll become possible or not, because
never know.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted to meet Michael Jamal Warner too, but
yeah,
that didn't happen for me. So whatever God has for me is for me. I hope to meet him one day. If I don't, it's okay. I realize life. But on another guy, I want to meet. Definitely, I want to meet Spike Lee. I definitely want to meet him. I want to tell him how much he inspired me. But she got to have it. And I want to.
Oh God.
I want to meet Tyler Perry. Not just because of the nostalgia of all that. No, I don't really care about all that. I want to let him know that because he did the plays, and I never did the plays, but he was able to transition from plays to movies and knock them out. I wanted to give him his flowers while he's alive, because that had to be hard in his understanding, directing, and different things like that. So kudos to him. You know what I'm saying? And I got so many people that you want to.
I know, brother. I know you got a whole list, baby.
You know, but these are people inspirational in the chain block of what I had to process in my life on how to get to each level. Like Dr. Dre helped me process music. You know what I'm saying to you? Because I'm watching him throughout his career from the beginning to the end. Now it just showed me that learning techniques and music could elevate your skills in so many different ways. And I learned a lot from Dr. Dre. There was so many different people in the music, like Rakim's still around now, like, right? You know, but his
legend, brother.
His bars is crazy, right? And so is Big Daddy Kane. They bars is crazy. They legendary, and they still got energy. That's what was meant for them. You know what I'm saying? Too, they was meant to be here. You feel that? You know what I'm saying? So, so many people, I just want to let them know and give them their flowers while they're alive. Nas is another one. I just want to give them his flowers while he's alive. You know what I'm saying? To you, half man, half amazing. No, he more than half man. So I've been around in the hip hop game for so long. I tell you this much that people forgot, and I know you probably forgot it too. Dance's nightclub used to be on 7th and Filbert, okay, before the Federal Building was there, right?
I remember.
And I was in contact with Bobby Dance as of then, and me and my best friend Barry Bowles had a group called 50 Deep, and I had a rap group called EQ and the Supernaturals, and Bobby Dance used to let me perform at Dance's nightclub at nighttime. We would have pajama jammy jams, all kinds of crazy parties. But Wu-Tang, I opened up for Wu-Tang, and I opened up for Meth, and that shit was, I don't know if I'm cursing on the
You
show,
good? You good? You
that
good?
song was fire. That thing was bananas. I remember it like it was yesterday. And the Source Awards also got started at Dance's nightclub. People don't
Really?
remember that. Yeah, see, because you gotta remember what happened was they was trying to build up their velocity, and Philly had the nightclub scene. And so they came and did their first initial Source Award party at Philly. I tell you, if you go back, hopefully they remember, but Jack Frost was Big Tad.
Okay.
You remember Jack Frost?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Jack
Vaguely,
Frost,
but
Big
not
Tad.
the big one. Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember Bahamadia?
Yo, yeah.
Okay. Well, that night, Bahamadia and Jack Frost, Big Tad, was performing that night, and they ended up in the first issue of the Source.
You talking about Maryland? You bring back a lot of memories, brother.
Listen. Back then, yo, Philly, people from New York came to Philly. Like, we was the fifth biggest city, like, and people came to New York. They came to Philly to put on. And if you made it in Philly, you can make it anywhere because we was the hardest on it, right? And so everybody came to Bobby Dance to get on.
Yeah, man, that's a long name. Yeah, I remember that one.
You know what I'm saying to you? Everybody came to Bobby Dance to play in the nightclub. And God put me there to see all of this. And first of all, let's talk history. I know we got to go, but let's check. I just want to give you. You need this. DJ Touchtone, the blind DJ.
Yeah.
ADP.
Yeah.
He started in Dance's nightclub.
I didn't know that.
Me and him grew up. Me first, DJ Casper, DJ Boo, all those boys started in Dance's nightclub. And what they good, they famous now, but they started in Dances.
I ain't even know that.
Yo, listen.
You give me some history right now, baby.
Listen. DJ Touchstone me and him became good friends. He was the one that hooked me up with the interview with Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff and DJ Touchstone were good friends.
Really?
Yeah. Like, yo, listen. All right, so that's one piece of history. Foxy Brown. I gave. Listen, Drew Hill performed in at Dance's nightclub. Biggie Small performed in Dance's. I opened up for Biggie too at Dance's nightclub. That's during the time Ram Squad was out.
Oh, damn! No Philly zone. Yeah. What happened to Ram Squad though? Yeah, I mean,
first of all, I don't like to get into the depth and the dynamics of it.
I got you.
Have to do with the drug.
I got
you.
I got you.
The line is rap wise. They had the city on lock. Ram Squad and Banks. I knew them all, right? And because I was at the nightclub. Of course, you're gonna know EQ Philly. Like, and who didn't know EQ Philly? Because I was out. Like, I was out. Talking about being outside. Negro, I had a camera and I was outside. Listen, I was outside. Any neighborhood that everybody said you couldn't go to, I had the green light, bro. I was in every neighborhood, Erie Avenue. They loved me, bro. I had the camera. As long as I was bringing something to the table, I was good. I was good in a lot of hoods. Because I didn't. First of all, I didn't come all on some disrespect or some, trying to be all Joe. I came with a purpose and a plan. So they was like, "Oh no, EQ coming, he good money." I was filming everywhere. I used to hang with Sandman all the time. We film up in East Mount area all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I remember one time we was filming the movie. And we brought the crane out and everything, and I had a gun scene with the bull brought out the guns. They were fake guns anyway. Well, no, not, but they wasn't loaded.
Yeah. I know.
Came from everywhere, so on the block. And then when the captain came out and he saw the crane, he started laughing, and he told everybody to leave, and they just left. And he just said, "Oh, keep doing what y'all doing. How long you gonna be?" I said, "I'm gonna be another 20 minutes." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
Because somebody called the cops, and I guess they said, "Oh, they got machine guns out there," But once they saw the cameras, it was like, come on.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Right. But
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the last word on that one. I'm gonna give you the last word. I want you to tell your audience how important it is to watch your movies, especially Sugar, Heartless, and Change the Beat, especially all your numerous other movies that streaming right now, especially on Tubi, because you gave a great one. And I want you to get that last message to them because, like, a lot of people don't really get into like a lot of cinema, especially black cinema, and don't recognize that. I want you to give that final message, right? Because I really want you. I mean, even though, man, listen, this podcast is probably not gonna do nothing for you because you already big enough as it is. I appreciate your time coming on my little amateur status.
Listen, man. Every audience is a new audience, and hopefully your listeners can vibrate with my energy and know that I'm just a good guy, just trying to do good things in life. When it comes to my films, man, you need to go see them. You don't need to. You want to go see them. The reason why you want to go see them is because you want to be educated in the sense of a different perspective of what hood life could be. Because you got a gangster perspective, you got a person that lived in the house, that did everything right, went to school, did everything. He has a perspective, and you got a person that maybe went through some child abuse or some heartbreak, and they got a perspective. So everybody has a different perspective on the same issue. So it's always good to watch a filmmaker who understands the value of socialism and what it brings to our community. And if you want to watch great film, also come to me because we showcase the best in talent, and we find new talent all the time, and we give them an opportunity and platform to shine. So you're going to see rappers, you're going to see actors. Shout out to my man C Knowledge from Diggable Planets. He was in my second film, Concealed Habitat. A lot of local rappers have been in my film, have brought their they level of stardom up a little, and as well as got them worldwide recognition. So you need to watch my films because of the nostalgia of it all. It's going to be in the history books, and I'm the only filmmaker in the city right now buzzing with all these global awards, and we're looking to get more. And so at the end of the day, if the world can see it, you can see it too. It's your boy Jake.
How do you find your talent anyway?
How do you find good talent? The question is, how do you find good energy?
Gotcha. Yeah, that's facts. Go ahead.
Because when you find good energy, you find good talent. Good energy is people who can listen to criticism and grow with the art, and it might be new to them. It might be something they never did before, but the fact that they're willing to try and do something fresh and new, the talent is already natural because they're not trying to impress anybody but themselves. But when you get people that's overly talented, sometimes that what they call people that's overly talented, that bouginess comes out, and therefore that entitlement. So therefore you think you're doing it right, but really you ain't really doing the emotion that I want you to kick. Whereas somebody that is just fresh off the box with it, they're gonna hit it right on the button because they want to impress themselves as much as they want to impress you.
All right, you know what? I got but before we sign off, I got a question for you. Out of 3 that's streaming right now on Tubi right now, everything's gonna be in the description below. All your information is gonna be out there. Every link out there is gonna be out there. What's a movie that you personally and I know you probably gonna say like all my movies are good. I know it is, but what's one you really want the audience really to check out that you've done that you put soul into it? Personally for you.
You got me thinking. Let's see. Heartless. I would say Heartless. Heartless is the one because Heartless, like I said, deals with mental illness, and like I said, we have a lot of people in our lives that have it and need to know what it looks like. So I put a lot of grit into trying to give each character their space in the movie, if that makes any sense. So Heartless. Go check that out on Tubi right now. Heartless is a gripping movie. And it's about a little girl who is forced to learn life through her cell phone, and she's watching this movie called Heartless, based on mental illness and negative outputs in life, and she's expected to break that down or digest that and become a better person in life. So she needs her father. And so the father's played by my man, Mr. McCrae, McLaurin. I'm sorry, Craig McLaurin. He's a local film comedian. I don't know if you've heard of him before.
No, I never heard of him. No.
Okay, definitely shout out to him, Craig McLaurin. And I just wanted to touch on the fact that sometimes we need our fathers to redirect us. You know what I'm saying to you? So, gotta go watch Heartless. You gotta go watch it, and it'll bring some value to your life. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let everybody know, also people watching us right now on YouTube, please like, subscribe. It's been an honor having this man on.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
This man got a lot of knowledge. Oh my God, man! I'm telling you, it's why this is a very, very good conversation. All his information will be in the links below in the description. Put every link out there. I'm going to flood this out there. I want you to check out these movies. I'm going to be flooding them out there. I'm going to be checking out every movie I can. And man, Jermaine, I appreciate you coming on, brother. Seriously.
Hey, I really appreciate you once again. I tell you, I value your time. And hey, let's make this happen again. You know what I'm saying to you? When the movie is finished, when the movie is finished, and I got some actors next to me, let's make this happen again.
Oh, no doubt. I appreciate that. Hey, you know what, brother? I definitely want you to if you sometime in the future, man, I want you to come on my brother's talk one and talk about some men's issues today, because you do speak some facts. Because more brothers need to. I'm talking brothers from all nationalities, all ethnics groups. I mean, you spit a lot of facts about, especially mental, and you're very inspiring words. I definitely want you to come on back on for that one. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this week on this episode. Let's talk about Lou J. We will see you next time. Deuces.